Bots and Books fans? This is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to be taking a look at the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates Donatello. Now, technically, this should be the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that Super 7 needs to put out, and you'll have all four of the guys. Unfortunately, and I don't see how I managed to miss Leonardo. I can't believe I did that, because Leonardo is my favorite turtle, but we will eventually circle back around to him. And tonight we are going to be taking a look at the third turtle in this line for us, Donatello. And as you can see, there are two boxes here. One is just a brown mailer box. It's very nice. You have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here, Donatello, ages 14, Nickelodeon, Super 7, and nothing until you get to the back and you got a little bit of credits, but that is just a mailer and not that important. So what we will do is take a closer look at this awesome green box, and this is where the presentation really shines. You have a nice Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cell here. You can see a Ninja Turtle here with gurs on both sides and a little bit of a bow kind of sticking right here. Kind of looks like a manhole cover, but it's also got some like shell markings on it too. So you can see ages 14 plus here, Super 7 here, Donatello here. On the top of the box, you have Ultimates. On the bottom of the box, you just have some credits for the box and a barcode, nothing on the sides. And when you get to the back, huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. Love that thing. It says contents, one figure with accessories, and Super 7 here. So that being said, we know that this is just a slipcover, and if you really want to get to the goods, we just have to lift it up like such. And there you have the awesomeness, which is the Super 7 Ultimates Donatello. And you can see him in the box here, and you have all the accessories around him. He looks all grrr, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles there. On the side of the box, you can see some of the sewer walls. You've got some graffiti. On this side, more graffiti and a storm drain looking thing. And then on the back of the box, you have an entire wall with more designs and a read-up of Donatello. So we can zoom in really quickly if we'd like, and we can focus it in. You can pause the video, read that to your heart's desire, but we must be moving on and taking a look at the rest of the back of the box. Looks like some power boxes and some more graffitis and logos at the box, Super 7 and Nickelodeon, and that is really, really neat. And that pretty much sums it up for the box. No one wants to see Donatello in the box, I know I don't, so let's get him out and see what he can do. And here we have Donatello out of the box. And out of the box, he stands at approximately 6 inches tall. And he comes with a slew of weapons and accessories. And we'll take a look at those later. But first off, I want to take a closer look at the Genius Turtle himself. And coming in real close, you can see that they did an excellent job with the sculpt and the mold of this Donatello. In fact, making it an almost 1-to-1 with the actual Playmates Donatello, which is what the Super 7 Ultimates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are based on. And this is an excellent, excellent step up from the original that we got back in the 80s. And I love it. It looks so awesome. So this is the original. We'll get him out of here so we could take a closer look at our newly established Ultimates Donatello. And going back in a little bit, we can see that they nailed it. They have a perfect almost replica, and you have the beautiful purple for the headband, nice triangle eyes. He's got both sides of his mouth open so you can see his teeth. Grr. Don't even think turtles have teeth, but hey, it's still fun. Coming down to some nice shoulder details and muscles, and you do have some muscle lines right in here, which is very, very nice. We'll kind of zoom back in again and you see the burnt orange of the shell. I love that. The belt is nice and black. You have the nice yellow for the D. It comes out a little bit here with some hanging kind of cloth, but it's just plastic. The straps are nice. Coming down, you have again deep purple for the elbow pads and the wristbands. Love that. Then the figure comes back down to your kind of dark green and to the knee pads, and you got the purples there, and that's pretty much it till you get to the back of the shell, and then you have a nicer green here for the back of the shell. A lot of details, got some cut marks. All the turtle shells so far have had these cut marks, so obviously Shredder's gotten a hold of them at some point. Then you have your bow holder right here, which is really nice, and you can put my little staff in there. This is Gambit's staff from X-Men, but anyway, so that is what your Donatello is going to look like. Very, very nicely done. Again, almost a one-for-one representation of the original Playmates toys. All right, moving on. And for articulation, starting at the head, Donatello's head can go around 360 degrees, and you even got this little bobby motion that the head can go forward and backward, which is really cool. It can kind of tilt to the left, it can tilt to the right, he can kind of look down a little bit, and he can kind of look up. Well, yeah, up a little bit, so that is good rotation there. His shoulders can hinge up and back down. They can go around 360 degrees. He does have a bicep swivel all the way around 360 degrees. He does have a elbow bend. Not exactly 90 degrees, but he's got a lot of muscular there, sculpt, and it's kind of hard to get it there. But it does what it does. You do have kind of a forearm rotation, 360 degrees. You do have hand rotation, 360 degrees, and it is hinged depending on which alternate hand that you give him. This particular one, it goes up and down, as you can see, and it falls out. So we'll just put that right back in there. Sorry, Donatello. All right, and that will bring us to his chest. This is basically one solid piece, but there is a slight waist articulation, very slight, but you can kind of get him to do the cha-cha-chas if you're so inclined, and that will bring you down to his legs. His legs are on hinges, so they can go out to the side like that, and then they can come back in, and then they can go up a long ways, and then back a little ways, because the shell gets in the way, and then you kind of have a thigh rotation all the way around 360 degrees. Coming down to your knee bend, and the knee, again, like the elbow, not exactly double, just a single hinge. And I don't know, it's okay, I suppose. I would have liked a double hinge to get a little more, but again, your mold and your knee pads are going to kind of get in the way. But anyway, that is that, and that will bring you down to the foot, and the foot is on a hinge, so it can go up and it can go down, and it can rock all the way around the world. So that is pretty good for your foot articulation and the articulation for the turtle as a whole. That's, you know, kind of bad thing about turtles is you're always going to be hindered in your midsection, but you can't really help that because it's basically one big solid piece here. So anyway, that is your articulation for Donatello. Moving on. And for his first accessory, I want to take a look at this alternate head. And this alternate head is really nicely done. It is very angry. He has a closed mouth here and some very angry not eyebrows, but you know, ridges in the forehead, kind of makes it look like eyebrows. Nice purple for the mask, nice white eyes, not as triangular, more circular. I like that. I like the fact that the bandana is a lot longer on this alternate head, so that is cool. And I think I will use this alternate head to go over the rest of the accessories. And taking a look at his alternate hands, he has 3 additional sets as opposed to the set he comes with, which is a set of weapon holding hands. And he also has a second set of weapon holding hands, and they're very nicely molded here. And you can see that there's actually even a differential when it comes to the fingernails. They are a different colored green as opposed to the fingers. And the difference between these weapon holding hands and the ones that he's equipped with currently is going to be the hinge location. On these hands, the hinge is going to be on the top part of the hand, which allows the weapon to go like in and out, and as opposed to the other hinge, which is going to be allow the weapon to go up and down. That's the current hands that he's equipped with. Second set of alternate hands he comes with is a set of closed punching hands, and these are nicely done. They're just got, you know, little fists, as best you can do a fist with 3 little fingers, and you're so those are really nice. And the final set of alternate hands he will come with is a set of grabby hands. Like, I'm gonna get you. And again, that's really kind of creepy with only 3 fingers. Like, and those are gonna be his alternate hands. Ooh, they're everywhere. Moving on. And for Donatello's first weapon accessory, he has a weapons tree, which is nice and molded. There is no paint on these, but they're all attached here, and that harkens back to the original toy weapons tree, though you had to pull them off and then use the weapons. But Super 7 gave us also painted versions of each weapon on this weapons tree. So you have your mini fist dagger right here, and it is done nicely with some silver and some kind of brownish paint there on the handle, so that is cool. And then you have the larger fist dagger. It kind of looks like a piece of pizza. I always thought this was maybe a piece of pizza, but it's not. It's another dagger that they can hold and they can jab with, and that is nice. And then you have the comma, which is again nicely done in silver for the blade and the bottom of the handle. You got some little wrap there, a little bit of black wash. I like that. They did a real good job with that. Then you have 2 throwing stars, which are really nicely done in silver, and he can hold these, and can't really throw them really because there's no real action feature to it, but they had like a little tab on the belt where they could just plug in, but they do not. But he could still hold them if he was so inclined. And finally, he comes with 2 bow staffs, which are very nicely done in this like wooded designs. They are not exactly the same. There is a slight difference in the sculpts, but you do get some like hardwood paint apps to them and some nice manila tape for the bow. It's kind of a smaller bow as opposed to the ones that we've seen Donatello's carry before, but you know, hey, it works. I think it will get the job done. It's like a big stick and you can hit people with it, so what else do you want? And that is gonna be Donatello's weapon accessories. Moving on. And Donatello comes with a nice turtle communicator, which is done in the form of a nice turtle shell, and you can see there's a lot of detail on here, and you can see that it kind of opens right here in the middle. Got some green and brown paint apps on it, a little bit of black there for the tops of the ports, and then on the back you just have some nice ridged details to make it look like a nice turtle shell. And you also have an open version like this, and it has a lot of better detail. You have some antennas sticking out here to the side, nice blue screen, nice, a lot of colored buttons in there with the reds and blues and squares and all sorts of cool stuff. And on the back you got a little more detail where it opens up and you got buttons and stuff. A little bit of tab here and a little tab here on the sides. So that is a really nicely done communicator. And for Donatello's last accessory, he comes with what every good Ninja Turtle needs, a piece of pizza. And it's very nicely done. It's pepperoni and some cheese and a nice brown crust going around to the bottom, and yum, he is going to be able to devour this and give him strength to fight the foot and all sorts of enemies. So that is it for Donatello's accessories. Moving on. And full comparison, here you have the Super 7 Donatello with 3 other Donatellos: the Batman vs. GameStop exclusive Donatello, the NECA Toon Donatello, and the Playmates Classic Donatello, which is a monstrosity in my opinion. But you can see they all are different and unique. The purples are all a little bit different as well. And my opinion, the 2 real comparisons you're going to have is with these 2, because the NECA and the Super 7 are currently the best turtles on the market today, whether you like the regular toy version or if you like the cartoon version that NECA offers. But either way, this is a great set of Donatellos, and I highly recommend both or one, depending on your preference. All right, moving on. And here he is with the other two Super 7 Ultimate Turtles I've reviewed, Raphael and Michelangelo. And this team is shaping up really nicely, starting to become very toy-esque. And now all we need to do is figure out where I'm going to get Leonardo, and we will have a complete set of the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it will be great. Moving on. And this has been the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates Donatello. And he is a very, very nice figure. Very updated from the original Playmates toy that we got back in the 80s. And that is, again, what all the Super 7 Turtles are supposed to be. Just like the original Turtles all grown up. And he is very articulate. I like the mold. I like the sculpt. It's pretty much the same as the other Turtles. The head is a slightly different. The belt is one of the first ones that we get will have a strap, so that's unique about him. His bow staffs are really nicely done in a varnished wood look. I like that. I like the different sets of weapons that we get. Of course, it's the same with the other Ninja Turtles, so nothing really unique there. He did have a communicator, open and close, and a piece of pizza, so yeah, that was pretty neat. And obviously all the extra hands gives this guy a lot of playability and different options, so I think you're gonna like that. If you're starting the Super 7 collection, definitely want to pick this guy up. But then again, my opinion is when it comes to like Turtles and other groups of things, like if you like one particular one, yeah, go ahead and get him, and you don't have to get the others. But if you like two or more, then you can't just have two. I don't know. It's like when I found the box sets at Walmart with the NECA movie Turtles. They were selling them two to a box. I kind of wanted just Leonardo, but then if I got the Leonardo, it came with Donatello. But then I'd have two, then I needed the other two, and it was just crazy. But, you know, it's your collection. Buy them how you want to. I'm just neurotic that way. But anyway, if you are looking for this guy, he is out now at your online retailers, and some comic book shops may carry him. He goes anywhere from $55 to $65, depending on where you find him. So if you're looking for him, happy hunting. And that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great night. And until next time, keep playing.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.